revealed herself to be a presidential history nerd, and I couldn't be more excited. Fall down 9 times, get up 10. Party! We have a sentence levied in the South Korean presidential scandal, and those are just, these are the fun stories that I hope to get to. Oh my God! And even then, before we get into our triple main event of big, beefy, gigantic stories that are dominating politics right now. Paul Ryan, out. Out. Get the fuck out. He's done. He's not even going to run for re-election. He is over, brother Nero. Michael Cohen's office got raided. Now Donald Trump is fired up, talking about openly about firing Rod Rosenstein and possibly trying to can Special Investigator Robert Mueller. And then, of course, we have the darling wunderkind Mark Zuckerberg taking his act on the road to Washington, D.C. so he can explain to all of his elected grandparents why the printer's not working.
What's up, dude?
But we begin with Paul Ryan.
I have discovered I have gotten past the plateau, man.
Official now. We have probably begun to hear about Paul Ryan possibly being out for, I guess, a couple months now. But now it is for sure. Ryan rocks Republicans with retirement. Jesus, alliteration much? You fucking hacks. This is from Politico. The announcement creates a leadership vacuum. Let's go ahead and read from this story by Jake Sherman, Rachel Bade, and Kyle Cheney. Speaker Paul Ryan announced Wednesday that he will not seek another term in Congress, ending what will be a 3-year run as the Republican leader and creating a power vacuum in the GOP ranks heading into a punishing midterm election. The Wisconsin Republican who was drafted into the position in 2015 after conservatives ran John Boehner out of office said he intended to serve out his term as Speaker but wanted more time with his family. Sources familiar with his decision say Ryan has made it clear that this will be his last round of politics. If that holds, it would end Ryan's rise from House staffer to vice presidential nominee and then Speaker. Before Donald Trump won in 2016, Ryan was seen as a likely White House contender in 2020. Quote, "You all know that I did not seek this job. I took it reluctantly," Ryan told reporters at a press conference, "but I've given it all that I have, and I have no regrets in accepting this responsibility. This has been one of the great honors, one of the greatest honors of my life. But the truth is that it's easy to take over everything. It's easy to take over everything in your life, and you just can't let that happen because there are other things in life that can be fleeting as well. Namely, your time as a husband, your time as a dad, which is the other greatest honor of my life. That's why today I'm announcing that this year will be my last one as a member of the House." Now, there's a lot that we can get to here. There is no doubt that Paul Ryan leaving indeed gives us probably the biggest official Republican indication that they too are very much on a wait watch. Because one of the most popular, or at least most famous, members of your party not seeking re-election in an election that
Yeah,
won fairly easily. I know, calm it down.
I need to get warmed up, but
I think iron
I've gotten to where I
job
usually end up with
would have respectable in an election.
a high score list full of 300 pluses.
Ryan's job was ever really in doubt. Which is
What's going on over there?
with his P90X workout, doing whatever calisthenics, you know, quarter somersaults, clean and jerk for 400 pounds. Wraps it up, wipes the sweat from his brow, goes over to his protein shake, drinks it, puts it upside down next to two other identical protein shakes. Starts looking around at all the different things that he hasn't done, all the places he never visited, all the times that people didn't constantly fucking hate him and start talking about some wild shit. And then, yes, that's it. Starts thinking, I have to be out of here. I don't have to deal with this shit. I don't have to deal with Donald Trump. Hey, fuck Breitbart. You're not gonna have Paul Ryan to kick around anymore, motherfuckers. I'm doing P90X naked. There's no doubt that this is, he just has this on repeat. It is on his iPad. It's just all he's doing. He's listening to it over and over again, thinking about, you know what? Ah, I hate all of you. I hate you. I hate all of you. You liberals. All you liberals, you hate me. Oh, why? Why? Why do you hate me? Because I'm an ideologue? Because I'm an anti-entitlement guy? Because I'm an Ayn Rand person? Well, guess what, motherfuckers? I was what you had before. I was the platonic ideal of somebody that fundamentally might have disagreed with you, but would at least compromise. I would at least go in the Tip O'Neill, Ronald Reagan ideal of the Senate, sit down and have a beer, probably be a Michelob Ultra, because I'm obviously trying to watch my figure, and I would try to make sure that we both got something out of this without me compromising my ideals. And you want to know why? You want to know why? I know that I would compromise, because now I'm going to turn 180 degrees to the other group that fucking hates me. Everybody on the right. Yes. Oh my God. How? I swear to God. Steve Bannon and Breitbart climbed up my dick hole so many years ago. I should be charging them rent. Why? Because I dared to even think about compromising with people. Because I dared to think that maybe we could give on immigration so we could get on entitlement. And what did I get? What did I get for my troubles? Paul Ryan has a fence around his house. I guess he believes in a wall for him, but not for America. So you want to know what? I'm getting the fuck out of here. Because by the way, it's not enough that I'm getting Eiffel Towered by both sides of the ideological spectrum. No, I then also have to get donkey punched by the President of the United States of America, who I thought was dead so many times. The suit that I wore to his many funerals now has a hole in the pocket. Oh my God, this fucking guy. This guy, Donald Trump. This motherfucker. All I've tried to do is try to steward forward whatever he has in his crazy little brain. And who gets the shit for it? Me, not him. He can sit around and order around anybody he wants. But I'm the guy who not only has had to eat my own balls, holding the bag, huh? Who's left holding the bag? Me, Paul fucking Ryan. That's who. That's it. I'm getting me a new haircut too, and I'm gonna look sexy. That's what I imagine is going through Paul Ryan's head today. That's what I imagine is happening between the ears of old Paul Ryan. I think that is basically what's happening. I feel like this is an accurate description.
Making fecal matter.
His head is at.
Yep. Getting some of that iPhone done while you're pooping. Well, oh, okay.
Cohen's office got raided.
I guess it needs it. Good luck with that.
You might remember Michael Cohen as being the longtime political fixer for Donald Trump. He has most recently been in the news because he has given, or he has made a deal with both Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal. Is it Karen McDougal? Somebody looking up the Playboy Bunny. To effectively buy their silence during Donald Trump's run for the presidency in 2016. His office was raided by the FBI at the recommendation of Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller. This has enraged Donald Trump. A couple fun things about the Cohen thing before we get into the Trump reaction. Number one, apparently, a BuzzFeed reporter said not only were they looking for information about Stormy Daniels and that deal to shut her up about Donald Trump, but they're also looking into his history as a taxi baron, at which point he had a taxi cab company called Smoochie, I think. This guy is a fucking character. So, fairly predictably, Donald Trump went apoplectic about this and believed that this is, well, there's two things that I think really set that apart. Number one, I've said here, I've said everywhere, that the only reason why this Stormy Daniels thing will mean anything is if it gets wrapped up in the Mueller investigation. This would be the biggest indication that some level of the Stormy Daniels accusations will, at the very least, be something that Donald Trump is questioned on when and if he talks to Robert Mueller. Number two, Donald Trump believes that this is the death of attorney-client privilege. You are allowed to say whatever you will to your attorney, and it should not be held against you. Now, as has been pointed out ad nauseum, this is not the case if it can be proven that you are doing some dirt, you are willfully hiding a crime. It's not legal to willfully hide a crime behind attorney-client privilege. But for the FBI to raid them, it does mean that there's a higher bar you have to cross. So where do we go from here? Well, obviously we don't know what they see. We don't know what it means to the Mueller investigation. But we do know that Donald Trump is now, at least in terms of his public comment, far closer to firing from his dream job, Mueller. seems to be little dispute that Donald Trump can't just fire Robert Mueller. Somebody at the Department of Justice needs to fire Robert Mueller. Rod Rosenstein, right now, is the guy. Because despite the fact that he's not the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions is. Jeff Sessions has recused himself, which means that Rod Rosenstein, the second in command, is the guy who is the one person. Also, apparently, Rod Rosenstein is the guy who signed off on the ability for the FBI to raid Michael Cohen's office. So, will Donald Trump fire Rod Rosenstein? Will Donald Trump then have a direct his replacement to fire Robert Mueller? I think both are less likely than we might want to believe. Ultimately, the only real move that Donald Trump has is to let this move on. The best thing that he could do for himself is to try to expedite this as fast as possible. So I don't think, because look, if he fired Rod Rosenstein and then got, the circus monkey that he replaced him with to fire Robert Mueller, I don't think that this makes this issue go way faster. It probably makes it more intense. And by the way, let's not forget that this is happening right now when we are not but a few scant months away from an off-year election. An election that even now, by the numbers, seems to portend where his party would seemingly be on the verge of having their majority and quietly get swallowed of not focusing on the outcomes and consequences of your actions that probably drove Ryan up a fucking wall. Because what do you think every Republican
How long do you think that's going to take?
this year? The first question
It's an all-day job, I guess.
answer if Donald Trump fires Robert Mueller. Probably going to be along the lines of something like, do you support Donald Trump firing Robert Mueller? Not about the locality, not about conservative values, not about abortion, not about gay rights, not about fiscal policy. Nothing that the rank and file Republican voter gives a fuck about. It will be about Trump and Russia. By the way, the same Russia that now we might go to war with because of Syria. Try to keep up, please. I sure fucking can.
It's raining on you. Oh, yeah. So you've been having to cancel due to rain and stuff.
How about Mark Zuckerberg?
Doesn't look like that's happening today, huh?
Zuckerberg got in his finest suit.
Should be a hot one.
Nice little booster seat. Don't see that. Don't see Mark Zuckerberg was clouding. Mark Zuckerberg was getting clowned for having a pad under his ass, boosted him up a little bit. I don't blame him. I'm just joking. I'm joshing here. I don't. Man, that motherfucker had to answer every asshole's question for 5 hours. He deserved a litter. They should have had half-naked men carrying him around, feeding him grapes. That's a lot of shit. were not supposed to got information. It wasn't a data breach. It wasn't like somebody hacked the system. Trademark Russian. It's just so empty in nutritional value. None of these people knew what the fuck they were at all. And man, here's how you know. Here's how you know that a bunch of old fucking lawyers had no idea what they were talking about. Because there are issues with Facebook. Tremendous issues with Facebook. And so the conservatives went after him for fucking deactivating Diamond and Silk's page and the criticism that they are in the tank for liberals and they censor conservative speech. We actually have an email about that. I'll get into that idea a little later. But here's what they focus on. I heard a bunch of people focus on. The terms of service. And one senator count out how many words are in the terms of service. Mr. Zuckerberg, do you believe that the vast majority of your users have read your terms of service? Answer the question. Too long. Nobody can understand it. Here's a fun trivia fact. Go ahead and write this down if you're not driving. And scribble it down. I'm going to give you a second to go grab a pencil and a pen. How many words, give or take, you can guess me, how many words, I want to see this in Twitch chat too, how many words are in the United States tax code? We should all be very familiar about it. You know, we all gotta pay the piper. You know, tax day is coming up, only a week and a half away. How many words? How many words are in the United States tax code? See, 75,000, 400,000. The American tax code is roughly 4 million words. 4 million words. No. I got a lot of shit. I posted this out on Twitter yesterday. I got a lot of shit. People are calling me to hit me up in my mentions and they're saying, Justin, apples and oranges.
Well, shit.
One of them is what fun.
Yeah. Well, good.
There's a place where my aunt posts pictures of my niece. It is. But at the same time, in the ability for the United States to take your money, and you are on the hook on penalty of having your wages garnished or going to prison if you fucked up. Shouldn't the burden of us understanding what the fuck we are doing be on the government? More so than the shithouse site where the aunt posts pictures of the niece and then talks about how all lives matter? And that's before, as Big Jim points out, we get to what all these fucking senators do for a living. Create impenetrable books of text and then make everybody vote on it within like 24 hours. Please see what happened with our budget a couple weeks ago. I couldn't even find a word count on that. And that's literally where all the money that came from the other fucking $4 million Dick Durbin gets all of it such grill. Dick Durbin says, "Where'd you stay last night? You want to tell us your hotel?" Zuckerberg says, "No." "You want to show me a picture of your penis?" Zuckerberg says, "No." "Well, I think that's what we're talking about." Privacy. Really? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about privacy. None of these people have any idea. They don't know what happened with the Cambridge Analytica thing. Like, they barely understand what happened with the Russia propaganda. Nor do they understand that ultimately the problem with Facebook is that their business model is in tremendously targeted advertising. It's the great and terrible thing about it. In fact, it's the great and terrible thing about the internet itself. And all these motherfuckers are going to use it when they run for re-election. They don't fucking know. I saw somebody, Zuckerberg's doing his house testimony as we record this. I saw somebody that was asking, I didn't catch who it was. Was asking Zuckerberg, "Did you embed people?" I don't know why I made him Jeff Foxworthy. Now, if you embed employees with various campaigns, you might be a Facebook. No, he made the point. Asked him, "Hey, have you embedded employees with campaigns?" Zuckerberg's like, "Well, we provide sales representatives to manage the ad spend of campaigns." He's like, "Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Yes, you do embed. You embedded people with Trump. You embedded people with Clinton." Yeah, they did. Want to know why? Because they want political money. Because political money is big, and Obama made Facebook famous for targeting voters, micro-targeting voters. And you, dear congressman, like your ilk, are very clearly the kind of people who, when their monitor is turned off, they believe their computer is broken. So yes, we put some fucking 23-year-old who actually knows how Facebook ads work, so you didn't start screaming and crying and find it too confusing to spend money on our platform. Yes, we embedded somebody. Come on. Old Growth Candy says, "Justin, you gotta give the senators points for trying, right?" No. No. When they ask good questions, sure. When they ask bad questions, so fuck them. They were literally there to get their faces on television. That's it. Because ultimately, America doesn't give a fuck about Facebook. All these issues that are getting brought up about Facebook, they don't give a fuck. You want to know why we're talking about this? Because we do care about the 2016 election. We care about Russia. We care about Cambridge Analytica. And if those two things weren't involved, we wouldn't care about Facebook. Because the last time that anybody cared about Facebook and politics, it was a bunch of political nerds like me looking at how micro-targeting was replacing subscription mass mailing in political campaigns. Let's get to fun stuff. All right, here we go. I'm going to put it up here to the live audience. Of course, you can watch us, twitch.tv/Justin R. Young. If you are an Amazon Prime member, then guess what? You got free money that you can throw to me each and every month. You got to do it each and every month, but you just head on over to twitch.tv/Justin R. Young or justinryoung.tv. Click on the subscribe button, and you through how you can connect your Amazon account to your Twitch account. Boom, you give me money, he takes no money out of your pocket. But I'm gonna ask everybody, what do you guys want to hear? South Korean president getting sentenced. This is a story that we talked about a bunch. The lady in the Eric Greitens case, the governor of Missouri.
Woo!
First public comments. Or
That is pure luck what just happened there.
which one do you guys want to hear? Cardi B, South Korea.
Cardi B. That big ass booty.
I think these are the issues that I just need to relax.
Shit.
Go into this. All right, it's looking like a toss-up between Cardi B and Eric Greitens. All right, Greitens.
Say, Mr. Wolf, how's it going, buddy?
Story here from the Riverfront Times. He called her a whore. Number one, is Justin going to be interested in this story if your headline includes the phrase, he called her a whore? Always. 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 He called her a whore. Lawyer for Greitens' ex-mistress blasts governor for smears. Angered by what he believes is a smear campaign against his client, the attorney for
Lord.
says his client is not only certain that Greitens took a nude photo of her against her will, but confirms that she has testified just that 3 times under oath. 3 times. 3 times. 3 times under oath. Let's do a quick reset for folks who are not totally aware of what's going on here with this story. Eric Greitens is the Republican governor of Missouri. It came to light by way of a television expose that prior to him becoming governor, he walking around with his hairdresser. Apparently, while he was fucking around with his hairdresser, at one point he invited her down to his basement so he could show her how to do a perfect pull-up. It was while this was happening that Greitens blindfolded her, found her, took her clothes off, sat back, and took a picture. We know all of this because this woman's jilted ex-husband, who was being messy as fuck on Twitter, lighting up Eric Greitens, said so on this television expose, but he also brought the receipts. Apparently, when this woman was confessing her extramarital affair to him, he was recording it. So since then, we have seen Eric Greitens, the governor, acknowledge the fact that he did have an affair before he became governor, deny that he ever tried to blackmail her, and ask for everybody in the show-me state of Missouri to move on. Conspicuous by her absence has been anything official from this woman. So, yesterday, Greitens' attorneys began circulating that this woman was unsure if she had actually heard or seen Greitens take a photo of her naked. The big quote was, "I'm unsure if it was a dream or not." And lo, today, we get word client, a St. Louis hairdresser, had an affair with Greiton before he was governor. In a phone interview with RFT this morning, Simpson said that the woman was in Greiton's basement in March 2015 when Greiton blindfolded her and bound her hand. At that point, he said, quote, he then rips her shirt open, pulls her pants down to her ankles, takes a step back, and takes a picture. Simpson says that Greiton then clearly threatened the woman. He told her, if you ever mention it, I will spread this picture anywhere I can. I will put this all over the internet. And then, Simpson said, he called her a whore. The woman later told her estranged husband about the incident while he was secretly recording her. Simpson's interview this morning is the first time the woman or her lawyer have confirmed to the media the details of what was alleged in the recording, or confirmed that she has testified to those details under oath. Simpson
No.
decided to speak out because Greiton's attorney had Dow Bennett filed a motion Sunday that was widely disseminated to the media, suggesting that the woman wasn't sure whether she could photograph. Quote,
Thanks, Mixture Wolf. I appreciate that. God knows I play a lot. Grub 10, I expect perfection. Joking. Yeah, well, I do not. I never said it was going to be perfect. If I can get straight nines, I'll be very pleased. But we're at least a year away from that.
possible impeachment. In all three, he says she has been absolutely clear about what happened. He says that the reference is possibly, quote, remembering it, that her reference to remembering it through a dream was, quote, a throwaway line along the lines of, I don't know, for all I know, I dreamt. Woo! Now, here's my perfect world for this. I would love for there to be a moment in which Eric Greiton, city governor of Missouri, has to describe what I am guessing is a relationship of consensual violence between himself and because the woman doesn't seem upset about being bound, nor does she seem upset about being blindfolded. She is upset about having a blackmail photo taken of her and him Greiton's threatening to spread it all over the place and ruin her life. That seems to be a violation of the safe word. In fact, I would even go so far as a casual observer who was watching this story unfold believe that she probably didn't even have an issue with him calling her a whore. No, that might have been a feature, not a bug. So I would love it. If Eric Greiton had to come out and say, well, Your Honor, we were engaging in some light bondage and some degradation. It was within the bounds of our previously defined sexual relationship that I would humiliate and call her a whore. I obviously went too far, but I think we can all understand that what happens in the dungeon stays. What do you say, you give old EG a little pass-over, huh? Oh my God, this is such a great song. I just love it.
Big booty.
Rap superstar. New feature in GQ. Talking about her new album, Invasion of Privacy. Wherein Cardi B reveals herself to be one of us. One of us. One of us. If you are listening to a political podcast or watching me talk about politics live on Twitch.tv, friends, we all have a new member of our nerdy community, and it is indeed Cardi B. I salute you, Cardi B. This is what you said
Shit.
in the beginning of this feature, which also talks about her upcoming pregnancy, new album, her gang affiliation. But what starts the article is this: I love Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I love political science, says Cardi. Tucking into Brussels sprouts and bacon, mashed potatoes with lobster, macaroni, and cheese with an optional truffle upgrade. I love government. I'm obsessed with presidents. I'm obsessed with...
Well, shit.
First of all, FDR helped us get over the Depression, all while he was in a wheelchair. Like, that man was suffering from polio at the time of his presidency, and yet all he was worried about was trying to make America great. Make America great again for real. He's the real making America great again. Because if it wasn't for him, old people wouldn't even get Social Security. And she educated this fucking writer. This writer says, I didn't know he started Social Security. Yes, she says, nodding. Yes, from the New Deal. It was a system to get us back from the world depression. And on top of that, while he was president, there was a fucking war going on. World War II was going on. All this shit going on in the United States, going on in the country, from the economic tragedy, making sure that America was war. Why? I would almost say she was like Michelle Obama. She was such a good humanitarian. We both had the same birthday, October 11th. She knows fucking Eleanor Roosevelt's birthday. I love it. Now you might think, okay, FDR is one of the most famous presidents of all time. Although Cardi, Google Newport sex scandal. I'm telling you, Google Newport sex scandal. That FDR shit, you're gonna be into it. It's some fucked up shit. She then challenges, says she used to know all the presidents back. Didn't want to embarrass herself, so she just asked the reporter to name any president. Reporter named Buchanan. He was the 15th president, she says. Her tone is neutral as if she were reciting a type of weather. Buchanan is the only president that was a bad one. You can't fuck with her, even if you wanted to. I haven't been calling you. I am a party buddy. That's what I am. That's my new career goal. I want to be somebody that Cardi B can trust for her political analysis. I aspire to this. Although he was only the second, or he was the first bachelor president. Grover Cleveland was also a bachelor. But I'll tell you what, we might have to rename something.
God damn it.
Cardi B, proud of the path she has taken to her well-earned superstardom, a former stripper. So I now hereby christen that from now on, we are going to break down a poll the only way that we know how in the newly named Cardi B. Hold it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the Tennessee Senate, taken from with 35% of the vote. It is Archer Blackburn. But
Get on the floor if you got that booty.
right now, to the stage. With 45%, he is your Democratic contender. Give a big round of applause for Bill. Yes, folks, that is Bredesen with a 10. Oh. Let's go ahead and get into but your emails. You can go ahead and write us at theyoungamerican@gmail.com. Again, theyoungamerican@gmail.com. Mark writes us, given the FBI raid on Michael Cohen, what percent chance do you think Rosenstein or Mueller will be fired at any point in time? And will you make a prediction on record about either of their firing like you did with Roy Moore? I don't want to tarnish my now perfect past 2016. My perfect record for making predictions on this show. So I'm not going to make a prediction on Rosenstein or Mueller, but I don't. I just think there's no upside to firing Mueller. Honestly, I think if there's no way things get back to normal, and right now, even if you're looking at it as a purely partisan issue, most Republicans don't want him fired. So it really doesn't even make sense politically. Not to say that he does things by the numbers, but I think we are more in tune with somebody who talks a lot and has people around him that think a lot than he is actually close to doing something. Chimera 96 says there was no upside to firing Comey either. Well, Comey was a less popular figure. Comey was intensely unpopular with both parties in a way that Mueller is very popular with Democrats and half popular with Republicans. Probably the Republicans that didn't like Trump to begin with. The narrative that this is a witch hunt is not necessarily taking hold. And besides, if we're going to use the Ken Starr example, a popular opinion turned against Ken Starr when the investigation became less about a land deal in Arkansas and more about Bill Clinton getting his dick sucked. Popular opinion turned more in favor of the president, hardening to the point where removing him from office became a political impossibility. So I would almost say Mueller going after the Stormy Daniels thing and Republicans being able to paint this as Mueller fishing in the gutter is a better strategy than firing. Because firing them in the eyes of 75% of the populace right now is basically tantamount to admitting guilt. Again, despite the fact that now Donald Trump is doing his maximum pressure strategy against Syria and Russia right now. So apparently, Russia installed President Trump so he could threaten war against Russia. So moving on. Liam says, I'm writing to respond to Alex's email when he repeated the common claim that the left is attacking free speech more than the right. It seems that almost everybody who talks about the issue exclusively uses anecdotal evidence. Somebody will tweet about a case of platforming, and somebody else will try to debunk that one case. Sometimes these cases are legit, and sometimes it's a YouTuber perpetuating misleading accounts of events so that they can stir controversy. This should not surprise anybody. It's their business. The plural of anecdote is not data. So what does the data actually say? Well, a few weeks ago, the skeptics got
I like that. The plural of anecdote is not data.
that attempted to answer the question.
That's true.
Aggregation of some survey data over the past few decades that looks at support for free speech in different political groups. There are a few insights from the study that might assuage Alex's fear about the death of free speech. Overall, support for free speech is increasing among every political group. People who self-identify as extreme liberals are the most supportive of free speech. The only type of speakers that are less tolerated recently are racist, but interestingly, only moderate liberals are less tolerated.
Oh no! Damn it! Fuck me. That was a good one.
It's not a perfect study, and it only looks at the U.S. or the instant from anybody who has more data about this topic. I'm going to say that I have not read this read this study, so I cannot vouch for it. I would take a wild guess to say that a lot of where the splitting of views on this is what people consider free speech, what people consider hate speech, what people consider harmful speech. That seems to be a big point of discussion these days. The other problem that whenever we get into these conversations are that there is a long-standing belief and narrative amongst conservatives that liberals own the platforms. They own newspapers. Now they own the internet. The only difference is with newspapers and books, liberals that run them hired the people to do it. Now, in the new media era on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, they are relying on the community to do it. And that element of deplatforming is where free speech is broken. Now, before we get into a thing about how being banned from YouTube or Facebook is not free speech, it's not. First Amendment, any private platform has the ability to kick you off for whatever reason that they want. That is the argument. So, I got a feeling we're destined to do this one. And finally, Matthew wrote in.
Whoops.
This is the kind of story that is the reason why you do this fine podcast. And he sent me a interview with Donald Trump Jr. About how it was a real awful time being stuck at the Playboy Mansion with a pregnant wife. This was an interview in 2007 with Adam Carolla, broadcasting from the Playboy Mansion. He said such awesome things as, can you believe the hell I'm going through? I'm at the Playboy Mansion with a pregnant wife. Doesn't get any worse than that, does it? Now, I love my wife, but that is rough. I'm going to pay for those statements later on tonight. Was this the time he was fucking that singer? He might have already been fucking that singer. Then talked about, have you ever had sex with Miss USA? Donald Trump Jr. said, which one? Donald Trump Jr. then said, I'm just kidding, baby. And then finally, on whether he or his dad had the larger penis. I got one question, Donald Jr. When you and your pops are in the shower, who's got the bigger package?
God damn it. Nasty shit.
You know, and I will get fired for this, but I'm never going to say that I don't. I will get fired for that. By the way, they're both pretty substantial.
God bless America.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps it up for us. Folks, if you want to email us, theyoungamerican@gmail.com. Music has been provided by Valesco and Chop Killers. You can follow me at Justin R. Young everywhere. Twitter, Snapchat, IG. You can sign up for our newsletter. tinyletter.com/Justin Robert Young. That's 5 days a week.
Testing.
Gives a summary of some of the stories that you need to know for the day and some gifts. Download archived episodes of this show at bonerwars.com. Folks, and Cardi, if you're listening, some shows talk about politics. Other shows talk about politics. I heard another one that talked about politics the other day. Guess what? This is the only motherfucker who talks about all three. I will see you guys next.
Ah. All right, come on. Break a record.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
This is Ryuki Wadarai, and you are listening to Pixelated Audio.
That ain't gonna cut it. That is not a sound that I am going to be listening to. Sounds like some Asian shit. I love Asian shit, but demon. It's a weird sorting strategy. Listen to a boop.
There's a great way to support the Boop Show, and that's by heading over to patreon.com/frogpants. Consider it, and thanks. This is the Boop Show, episode 174 for May 21st, 2018, with Scott and Brian. Welcome back to the Boop Show. It's me and Brian. Hi, Brian. What are you doing over there? Dancing?
I'm dancing away because I got nervous energy built up about talking about video games.
Is that what that's from, or did you have a monster right before an hour? What do you do there?
No, actually, it's me trying to get hyped up. It's like, okay. Woohoo!
You're pretty jazzed. I'm excited to see how excited you are. That's great.
I try to bring the energy.
I ate a bunch of food right before now. It's probably a bad idea.
No, probably so. What'd you have?
I had some nuts and some. I also
nuts.
had peanuts. Dry roasted peanuts.
I had nuts and more nuts.
I had double the nuts. I got pistachios. I got peanuts. I got watermelon. I mean, none of it's bad for me.
Watermelon.
Yeah, it's a fresh watermelon, man. My wife brought me some oranges, cut up oranges.
You're a
fruit and nut kind of guy.
Oh,
huh?
and a bowl of chips. So I
Man,
did-
you're gonna be so asleep. I'll tell you, I have no restraint when it comes to watermelon. It's just like
Damn it.
half watermelon, sure. Whole watermelon, sure.
Yeah, I can't stop, especially if it's good. I'll just keep going. Plus, nowadays, you know, we've scienced those up to the point that they don't have any real seeds in them anymore. They're just meaty, fruity. Meaty? We could just call it the meat of the
Meaty,
of the-
yeah, you can call it meaty. It's very meaty on the inside. Have you ever seen like paintings of how watermelons used to look way
No.
back? You know, like 1400s and that kind of thing.
No.
They look totally different, man. We genetically messed that stuff up.
Hold on. Old watermelons.
Old
I-
watermelon paintings.
I don't mean to take this in such a weird direction, but I really need. Oh, look
It's
at
important
this.
it's important if you're playing God of War that you understand.
This is.
how
Is
they-
this for real?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Fruit. We manipulate every fruit you eat today has been. It looks like nothing anyone has ever eaten in the past. It looks normal to us. Even the bananas. The original banana is gone.
Well, I
We got,
have
like,
seen
this-
those. The bananas are these old husk things with like
Yeah.
nightmarish whatever going on. Oh yeah, this is no good. No, this is no good. Who would eat this?
So good.
Who would eat
People,
this?
I bet it was so flavorful. I bet it was like.
Oh.
And it was probably so seedy. That was before Monsanto bought all the seeds to everything, and you could just eat the seeds and then like freak out. I'm gonna grow up watermelon in my belly.
Hold on a second. Is there a thing that Monsanto bought all or gathered up all the watermelon seeds? Is that an actual?
Monsanto owns everything. You can't grow a seed barely without Monsanto owning it.
This sounds like a conspiracy theory to me. Is it?
Believe it. Believe it.
All right.
Next week on Unfriend Me.
I like it.
Seed Talk.
If you don't like seeds, then unfriend me. All right, hey, look at this. It's time for us to talk about the games we've been playing this weekend. Boy, howdy. It's a mix of new and old for me. New and old. I dabbled in some things that we've already talked about, so I'm not going to bring those up again. But I did do something a little bit new this week, and the newness comes from who I'm playing it with, not the game itself, because the game came out in 2012. It is one of my all-time favorite games ever made. That would be Diablo 3. And the one thing you can say about Diablo 3, though, is once you kind of had your fill, you kind of need a break from it for a long time. And I am coming off one of those breaks, and the reason that I'm playing it again is because my daughters are all into it. They bought their own copies, and they're playing it on their
With
PCs.
their own money?
With their own hard-earned money.
Did they cut the grass?
No,
to earn that money?
they did not. They're old enough to have jobs, so they work now. And so they were like, "Dad, we need to play. We need to play." And I kept saying, "Yeah, we'll get in there. We'll get in there." And I thought I was gonna get in there and feel like, okay, here we go. Just go through the motions. I've played this game to death already. How am I gonna play this anymore and find any fun? I am really happy to report that I had a blast. To the point that I played it so much late at night over, I don't know, the last 7 days or so, that this hand is killing me. I've got, and it's not my clicking hand. This is just my buttons 1 through 4 hand, and it's just
Oh, man.
murder right now. So I've overdone it. I've kicked and clicked too much, perhaps, in the world of Diablo. But anyway, it's really fun with your kids, and if you're working together and doing riffs and greater riffs and trying to get gold and money and legendaries and all the fun stuff you do in a game like this, it's turns out a great little game for the whole family.
Hey, fam damly, you remember the Diablos show mentions Midian?
Yeah, that show should come back maybe. You know what?
Hardcore.
Here's what I'm waiting for. I'm not going to do it until the big. I mean, all the rumors are pointing to a reveal at BlizzCon this year, possibly even a hint at E3. So if that happens, if it's for reals, I guarantee that thing will get dusted off and back up.
Why not? Because I mean,
promise.
Rise of the Necromancer was just like last year, right?
Yeah, and it was great. It's just a new
Yeah.
character, though. I mean, there's not much. I
I'm
mean,
an idiot.
But
It's not much. It's
did you
great
go back
new
and play
content.
through when you got it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved it. I like him a lot. I think the Necro's great. It's a great implementation. But I'm kind of a wizard man. Basically, I play wizard the game. That's the game I
Right.
play. I like all the characters in different ways, but I always go back to the wizard. I don't know why. There's something about his rotation, about his builds, about everything about him. He's even
Wizard needs peanuts.
he wizard needs 2 kinds of nuts. It's a really good time to get back.
Come
into
on.
Blast. So what this did though is this sprinkled a little bit of action RPG desire for me to pick up other stuff. And so I didn't buy these, but I already had them, and I was just like, wait, did I ever finish Grim Dawn?
No, you did.
Come on. Give me some lineage.
No, I didn't.
Give me the
I didn't
lineage.
get totally done with the story, even though I really liked Grim Dawn. In fact, I supported this thing.
Long bar, please.
Kickstarter when it first was announced.
Long
And the reason
bar,
it was a big
please.
deal at
Thank
the
you.
time Is because Grim Dawn was developed by the same dudes what made Titan Quest. Do you remember Titan Quest?
Yes.
And Titan Quest is pretty rad. So I thought, well, you know what? Maybe that's, I'll get more of that. And sure enough, when it finally came out, it's got a lot of it feels like Titan Quest. This is not a bad thing. This is a very good thing in my opinion. And it's this weird world. It's fantasy and magic and all the stuff you expect, but it's set in like this post-apocalyptic mix of like
Give me an L.
fantasy, and then you'll
Thank
fight
you.
oil barrels and
Pilgrims.
there's some pilgrims, sure, but then there's like you go into a building and it's like, oh, it's an old desk with like a computer monitor on it. Like it's clear. This is clearly like after another civilization has come and gone. And
I like those ideas.
Oh, I do too. I love it. I mean, it's very Mad Max, very post-apocalyptic. I love that kind of stuff. So played a ton of that back when it came out. Got pretty far. And then I just you get busy. You got
Keep
other
them
stuff.
coming.
I just kind of forgot where I was and what I was doing. And sometimes those games are hard because when you get back in, you're like,
Gotta
I don't
stack
know what
pretty.
my abilities were. I haven't used them in 8 months. What are they?
Keep
They're
on
just
stacking
the key.
pretty.
What does that do? It's a blue button. Like you forget.
Oh yeah.
And it never happens with me in Diablo because I played that wizard so much that I basically
Keep
have it
on
memorized.
stacking
It's
pretty.
like muscle memory for him. But in
This
this
ain't
game,
pretty.
This
This is
I
dangerous.
haven't gotten that far. I think I'm level 29 or 30. So
Give me
I
an
got
L.
back in and was reminded immediately how much I like Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn's great. So here's what I'm going to recommend to people. You're looking for fun multiplayer wackadoo, and you played the hell out of all the single player content that you could have gotten your head around with Diablo.
Nah.
There are no new expansions, okay?
Come on.
Diablo 3. But still
doomed.
play that game with your friends, your kids, or whatever. But if you're looking for like that cool gothic single player moment to moment kind of story business, Grim Dawn's here to help you, give you a helping hand. Just reach down and grab you and pull you out of the mud. It's
Do I
great.
even have Grim Dawn? I can't remember. I've never played it.
It's real good.
I remember you trying to convince me to play it before, but I never did play it. Let me see if I bought it because of that. I do have one more question before you exit out of that.
Yeah.
So your daughters, you say, got you back into this. So was this a dream fulfilled for them that you wouldn't let them play Diablo back in the day, or was it just they just struck their fancy?
Well,
It's like, hey, I'm gonna play this now.
So when they were, was Diablo 2 came out in what, 2000? Something like that?
Right.
That would have been the year my son was born. So the girls could care less about that stuff then. They were not really RPG players. They were, let's see, they would have only been 3 and 6.
Oh,
They were
yeah,
only,
they were
they
not.
were only 3
They
and
weren't
6.
ready for Diablo, were they?
Yeah, they were very young in the year 2000. In the year 2000, my kids were young. So as a result, time would pass, and they both got into World of Warcraft 04, 05, in that era. That's when they started to kind of get a taste for that sort of thing. But obviously that's nothing like Diablo. But we wouldn't get Diablo 3, like a proper sequel until 2012. So that means Nick wouldn't be 12 until we'd see another one. So he was born the year the first one came out, thereabouts. And then at age 12, there's a new one. And that's how long it took Blizzard to get their crap in gear on that. And so
My kids have almost aged out. Hurry up.
I guess what I'm saying is I was never in a place where they were forbidden from playing it because they just weren't playing it, right? They didn't care. It wasn't of interest to them.
Now I was hoping to be like,
No, you can't play it because it's got images of the devil.
Well, now they're into it. Oh, who cares about that? It's freaking video games. Who cares? But they're into it now because they like me like to see the numbers go up. Man, they get it. They want to whack a thing and have it go and gold and money and stuff
That's it.
out of it. Ooh, a pair of boots. Let's put those on.
oh,
A pair of boots, and so on and so forth. So, as a result, they're perfectly suited for this sort of game now, and they're way into it. So we're playing it, and it's really fun together. We're all on voice comms.
9.
Taylor's at her. She doesn't live here.
9.
She's living somewhere else. She lives with her she's married. What am I trying to say? They have a townhouse. She lives in there.
You're in so much denial. She's living somewhere else now.
I'm still not getting used to the idea that my kids have to move out. But then the second oldest, still here, but she works in the day, and so she comes home at night. We just fire this thing up. We just play. We get on Discord and we play. We laugh and we have a great time. And I teach him, make sure you don't. Like lessons like always pick up every piece of gear, even if it's just white crappy gear, because the white crappy gear, it's kind of racist. White crappy gear you need to take back to town, and that turns into usable parts that you can use to make other stuff. Yeah, and they're like, "What, Dad? I didn't know that. I've been burning all those things, or I've been selling them." Like, no, don't sell things. You want to burn them and then use them to build better, cool things. And so there's lots of, Dad knows how to play Diablo moments where I help them not be dumb. So that's a good time. And then, like I say, when you want to go get your itch scratched, in a similar way, but on your own, I think Grim Dawn is the thing to beat right now. I think it's freaking great.
Grim Dawn.
I never purchased it.
I
It
don't
is
know
still
that one.
$25. Come on, man. This game's
It's a good price. It's a good price.
It's 2 years old. I guess it's not bad.
That's a great price. I paid $15 for it because I did the Kickstarter, so I got a good deal.
Yes.
But it also took like 3 years to come out after the Kickstarter, so it was like I had to wait forever. And then here's the other cool thing. They got a new expansion
Yes.
called
Okie dokie. Live to see another day.
Monkey. What is it?
Crucible mode? No. Ashes of Maul.
The Ashes of Maulmouth. And it's supposed to be real good, so that's more single-player story content. The Crucible is like a multiplayer thing. You can play co-op, you can play by yourself, you can play public games, whatever. The loot is great. It's a great thing. It's great. Play Grim Dawn. It's not the newest game, but it's pretty good. All right. So, Brian, you mentioned last week that you finally, or maybe you told me off air, I can't remember, is you caved and you went and picked up God of War on the cheap. And you're still playing that deal, or what are you doing there? What do you got going there?
I didn't pick it up cheap, but I did pick it up.
Oh.
And speaking of picking up boots, I've been picking up boots in this game left and right, man. Everything's so much drops.
Yeah,
so many drops.
It's very Diablo-like, actually, the way that game
Right.
is. Yeah.
Right. So I finally got, no stories, spoilers, because this game is it's a 30-hour game, so I'm not judging you if you haven't finished it yet, because it takes a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So, look, there is one thing I want to discuss, though. Okay, I was playing this past week, and I refuse, even though there's tips, like every 5 minutes on God of War, every time I die, which is a lot, a little tip will come up and go, hey, here's a tip, if you click this and this, you can do this. And then inevitably, all the tips turn into, if you click the start button and the triangle, you can lower the difficulty rating. And I'm like, shut up! I got this. I don't need no lowering difficulty ratings.
When it's in there reminding you, though, that's some AI saying, emergency on level 4. We have a player who is a dumbass and doesn't know what he's doing.
Right.
What would you like to do about this? And then they suggest it. That's what that's for. That's bad. You don't want that.
You don't want that. So I'm determined. So you know what? I was like, no, I'm not lowering the difficulty level to beat this stupid troll. I've got to steal his heart, and he keeps beating me, and it's pissing me off because we're so equally matched at this point. The loadout I had, there's no way. I was locked into the battle. Okay, in God of War, I'm locked into the battle. I can't back out of it because. Well,
Okay, now I'm starting to do stupid shit. That was a very stupid shit.
So you'll get a bad guy down so far, and it's like, okay, here, and then so far down here. And if you die, it's okay. You just start back where he was beating him up.
Right.
So, but I didn't want to break out of that and go back and upgrade my gear and everything. I'd upgrade all the skills I could. I had everything, but we were so freaking equally matched. I got him down to like the tiniest sliver of health, like 5 times in a row, and I was just so pissed, and it kept telling me every time, it's just like a little jab, you should lower the difficulty rating, you should lower. It's like, shut up, I got this. And so I kept fighting him. Like about 45 minutes, I was doing the same stuff, but I was trying just like little variations every time. And so I started doing my little routine. I started to, I threw my axe, and then I called it back, and I knew he was gonna throw out the dead guys at me, and all of a sudden he just zipped across the screen, and his health jumped down to like nothing, and he was just waiting for me to come killing him. I'm like, oh, come on.
Wait, you think they cheat? They went soft on you there at the end?
I think they went soft on me. I mean, I don't know, but I felt a little relieved and a little cheated because I was like, yeah, I can finally move on. But wait a minute, that was crap. I know exactly how. I know every move he was going to make because I'd been fighting him for 45 minutes. I knew exactly what he was going to do, and just him all of a sudden bouncing across the screen and just.
You know that phrase "gone soft"? You know that one?
Yeah.
You think
yeah.
that's a wiener reference? Is that a bad?
Of course it is.
Okay.
Do I think it is? I know it is.
There's a lot of
Either that
stuff
or-
like that in common life that's gender oriented. Because yesterday I had to hook up a bunch of plugs for some stuff, and I'm
Right.
reading the instructions, and the instructions are like, all male connectors insert into female receptacles. And I kept thinking, oh, okay, can we just keep our wieners and vaginas out of like simple assembly instructions, please?
Right.
It's in everything. It's in
Put
everything.
your positive into your negative. Put your horizontal slot into your vertical slot. Oh, I hate those instructions.
I don't like those either.
I hate
So
those.
male and female at least is I mean, that's why they do it, right? It's an easily graspable
Right.
thing. But, you know, it's just like these most boring instructions. Here's how to make your washer-dryer combo work the way it's supposed to. Make sure you insert your male end into your female.
Man, you stop being hurt for other people. Hey, let me tell you something. Is there any games that you felt like this that kind of just did that to you? Like
Oh,
was
yeah.
going along and just all of a sudden said, we're gonna let you win. We're tired of playing this scene over and over again.
Yeah, I want to say... Oh, I know what it is. This is the ultimate version of this for me, is Super Mario 3D Land. And I
Right.
think 3D World also did this. But if you failed, especially some of the harder stuff, I mean, most of it, the first whole chunk is really easy but fun and delightful, but then later it gets harder.
Right.
If you start missing any of those, I think it's like after the third miss, they just straight up give you like a full-on cheat mode pickup
Yeah,
at the top of the map. You know what I'm saying? And you get it and go, oh, okay, well now I can do anything. And they
Yeah.
just let you nothing will hurt you. You just let you rip through that level. So that is probably the most egregious use of it because they don't even warn you. Now I've appreciated it. A couple
Maybe it's
times.
time to call it.
Some of those later levels on Land 3DS game were
Right.
a nightmare. But thanks to that mechanic, I finally got through those.
Yeah, I mean, and God of War is really, I mean, it's a great, fun game, but really it's all about the story. So I was kind of relieved that I could move on to the next thing. 'Cause I'm getting really close to the end. But I really just, like I said, I just felt cheated. Just felt so conflicted
I'm an idiot.
at that point. Also, can I just say this as well? Father's Day is coming up. I don't always get a large Father's Day gift.
But when I do,
But when I do, everybody went in and they're trying to get me what I wanted, which was the God of War PS4 Pro bundle. Right? So we was gonna like move the other PS4, move that to one of the rooms, and was gonna add a little money here, a little money there, and it's gonna get me the God of War PS4 Pro bundle.
Yeah.
They're sold out
they're
everywhere.
really
and
hard to
you can't-
get.
I hate that I missed it. I don't know what to do, but man, why is that not a Father's Day? Why don't they have those in stock? Why didn't they?
No, it's not that they don't. They want to. They're just. I mean, I hate to break it to all the Xbox fans, but you're just things getting outsold. Like they're selling a ton of PlayStations. In the case of 4 or Pros, when somebody buys a new PlayStation, they're going straight to Pro. Some people who already have PlayStations are jumping to the Pro. This time of year, when you have things like Father's Day, they do sell more. Like their sales are up. So I don't know, man. That's just a success problem.
Don't think of me some kind of spoiled child. This is by far the greatest Father's Day gift that's ever been offered me.
Yeah.
You know, it's usually ties and socks.
Yeah.
But it just happened to fall, and everybody's just like, God, he really likes that God of War game. I'm just like sick of hearing him talk about it.
Well, it's not as bad as what was that one you really didn't? Nobody wanted to hear you talk about again. The guy that jumped Hank, Action Hank.
Oh, Action Hank.
Yeah, we'll never forget about him.
So next up, what I played last week was Action Hank. I went.
By the way, Scary Thought in the chat says Diablo 3 did this, the automatic lowering of difficulty. That is incorrect.
Right.
It will suggest you can. It'll say, you're having trouble here. You want to knock it down? It's like a little tutorial thing.
That was not intelligent.
They never force it. So whatever happened to you, Brian, I don't know what
Okay.
happened there. I don't know if the game was just like, F you, and took you down or not.
I have seen a couple of glitches though, and I was fighting 2 trolls.
Let's get this
not too
stack
long
back.
after
I've already been playing like
and
shit.
I got distracted because there was ice and a fire, and the fire guy was already up, and he was on deck to kill me. And like a couple of seconds later, the ice guy always pops up. Well, for some reason, where I was standing at, someone called my name. I was like, "What? I'm playing God of War." And I look back, and I'm like, "I'm dead." You know, I figure I'm dead. There's just no way. If I looked away, I'm totally dead.
Why
I look
am I
back
doing
and
stupid
the guy's
shit?
just standing there, you know,
Yeah.
with his totem over his head, and, and I'm like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Is there some pause or something? He never moved. As long as I didn't move, he didn't move. And I started throwing my axe, he still didn't move. Nobody moved. And I was just throwing the axe and pulling it back. Throwing the axe and pulling it back. And as soon as I stepped left, oh, it broke loose. It was bad. But then I died, and I was like, I knew I should have kept going.
Well,
Stupid
it's a
glitches.
tricky game, man. Glitches come.
It's
Glitches
an
happen.
amazing game. It is an amazing freaking game.
I agree. I played another one that I also think is amazing, but for very different reasons. Have you heard of Super Mega Baseball before? Have you heard of this series?
Let me think. I don't know. That sounds so generic. I couldn't even tell you.
All right. Super Mega Baseball was a game I think
I think it's
PlayStation
getting
owned
time to
last,
hang it up. Getting fatigued.
Year or the year before. I can't remember exactly when this was. But it was honestly a little ugly. And
Now, if you said Super Mega Man Baseball, I'd be like, yeah.
oh my hell, can you imagine that? But it was a little bit rough around the edges in terms of art style and kind of graphics and stuff. It was okay though, but what it had in spades was incredible gameplay. Really, 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 really fun. And I used to, when I was a kid, like RBI Baseball and freaking Ken Griffey Jr. and what's another good baseball game back then? All those kind of things, those Tecmo Bowl style baseball games.
I like the
action-based
backyard
games.
baseball stuff.
Yeah,
All
that stuff's a blast. And I used to love those games so much. And nobody's really been making great versions of that anymore. There's plenty of great.
Thanks,
simulation
Will Hire.
baseball
Much
games
appreciated.
that Sony puts out every year. That's, real baseball. It's awesome. But it's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for fun, quick, boom, bam, easy controls. I don't want to screw around.
You want to nail a home run for no just stupid reason?
Exactly. This is me that you're talking about. And so
Hey, I didn't say anything about you, Brent. What's up with that shit?
Happy to report that Super Mega Baseball 2, which came out.
Don't come in here and swing that thing around.
I just didn't pick it up yet.
May 1st.
Yeah, there you go. Is out and available on Steam, PlayStation, Xbox. It really should be on Switch. It's not yet. It's dumb that it isn't there. Seriously, guys, that game's perfect for the Switch.
Do you prefer cutesy baseball or the hardcore, serious-looking?
I prefer what they give me here. Now, I don't love this. This art style reminds me of something your stoner friends would draw during detention, like big heads and kind of giant. I don't know. It's like very much like Keep on Truckin' style of art.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. The first one really bugged me because it felt really. I don't think the first one was very good that way. But the second one, much better. The graphics are better. The arenas are better. Everything looks really nice and shiny and good. But it's got what it needs again in spades, and that is the gameplay. Gameplay is rock freaking solid. Pitching feels really good. Hitting feels really good.
He's gonna come in here and swing that thing around. Swing that little pee-pee.
Hit, like infield hit, is amazing feeling. It now features, instead of just couch play for multiplayer, it features online now as well. There's a ranked mode as well as just casual stuff and all that, which it really desperately needed for the first one and didn't have, but now it does.
Rank mode or ranked?
Ranked mode.
Yeah.
I'm in ranked mode all the time.
Man,
I'm in ranked mode right now.
It's time to kill it soon.
It's awesome. So chat room says, is it worth the $30? Yes.
One more game, but this time we're gonna focus on stack.
If when I'm talking to you about
Play it
naming
safe.
all these old games, you're going, oh, I didn't really like baseball video games, then don't do this. The other thing I love about this, it's not licensed teams. So it's like the San Diego Butt Knockers and the Baltimore Shark penises or whatever.
Nope, this is not safe.
I can't remember the names.
said play safe.
It's not like that, but they're all like weird names of things that are not real. And I love that, like Tecmo Bowl style, where it's just fake team names, is totally my jam. I'm not interested in full simulation and going, yeah, man, I got the freaking Orioles in here. No. I want the decaying frog lips or whatever they're going to be named. I want some weird ass name with a bunch of players that make, are not real player names. Right. And they're funny and ironic names, and they're just goofy. The gameplay's where it's at, though. It just is fast. It's furious. You play a five as a default. You can custom anything you want, but the default is like 5 innings, so it's not a full 9 innings. It keeps it short. I mean, this is
all right. Getting back to the stack.
It's like, hey, remember NBA
Get
Jam?
my slope.
Remember NFL Blitz? Remember those kinds of sports games? How about another one of those? That's what this series is. It is
Booty Jace in
fantastic.
the chat room says it's free on Xbox Live right now.
Oh my gosh, if that's free on Xbox Live, people get that game. Which one, the old one or the new one?
Live, so it should propagate through all systems, correct?
Well, I mean, which version of the game?
Oh, that's a good question.
Two
I don't
or
know
one?
that, but I will say this: that my favorite two types of games that are local co-op is going to be kart racing and baseball, because people get so angry.
Oh, they do, don't they?
It's so much
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, they get their cheese all up in a wad.
Oh, so much wad.
Yeah.
So much cheesy wad. That's what makes local co-op fun for me.
So
I don't like playing together with people. I
no,
don't like
Brian's not very antisocial and would rather not do
Yeah,
any
you're
of
right.
that stuff.
Yeah, no thanks.
I think it feels real good. There's one thing I don't understand about it, and it's you can say how not angry. What is it? Well, how cocky, what your ego level is for a player.
Oh.
And it means that the higher ego
Beauty.
you have for them, the more you have to do it.
Beauty is
for
truth
like
and
an
truth
outfield or
beauty.
Something, so you have to do more manual play with them.
I don't know why it's funny to say manual play, but I like it.
I don't either. I don't know what's funny about that, but it's something funny.
There's a little manual play going on over here.
I've yet to hit a home run, although I hit home runs all the time in the old one, the first game, so I'm sure I'll get to it. Lots of base running, scoring right now, that sort of stuff. But it's awesome. It's great. Super Mega Baseball 2. Available on virtually every console except the Switch, which is a crime because it really should be there. And if they put out a version for the Switch and port it there at some point,
Okay.
I will probably get it there because it's stupid great, and I would play it there.
Well, you know what I love? I love stealing bases. That's my favorite thing to do in local co-op.
Do you do that in real life? Or you go to the...
Oh, totally. I'm like lead out. It's like, where you going, Brian?
I could see you. You're wearing a baseball hat now, but I could totally see you on a baseball.
God damn it. All right.
I got really long legs.
I don't know if I can salvage this. I'm
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
very
all good.
lucky.
Tell me about this. You talked about it last week.
All right.
Actually, what I talked about was Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor.
Well,
You said
happy
you wanted to
Memorial
play
Day,
the
everybody.
game.
Thank
I
you
said,
for
"Shut up,
watching."
Scott, I'm thinking about getting the new one, and this past weekend, Steam let me do just that. Free weekend of Middle Earth Shadow of War. By the way, 100 gigabyte install and download. So Apple weekend was going right there. So also GameStop had it for the PS4
And now it's
$9.99 for
time
Pro members.
for
I got pretty
lunch.
excited about that too, but I said let me play it first. I
Thank
played it,
you. Good day.
and I kind of felt like it was more of the same. I'm not saying